Hello there everyone. So in today's video I have a little haul for you. So I recently went back home and there is my favourite wholesale shop for jewellery supplies. So obviously I had to get by there. I always have to go to that when I go back home and visit my family. So I'm just going to show you a few things that I got. So then I didn't get loads of things this time, but the first few ones I did get were some gemstones. And I got these strands here. So these are some tiny little gemstone beads. You can see they're anything from 2mm to 4mm, and I really do love tiny little gemstone beads. I find them really useful because they're really nice on their own. It's obviously as a feature and something, but they're also nice to add in because they're so small. They'll go with so many different things and other projects as well. So I just picked out a range of some different ones, different strands here. Obviously you can kind of see this majority of purple ones because that is my favourite colour. But there's anything from agate to quartz to fluorite, and different purple tones especially, obviously. And really tiny ones and slightly bigger ones where you have different shades of purple in the same strand as well. I really like that kind of thing. And then I got a green strand because I actually think green and purple goes quite well together, so it could work nicely together obviously by themselves. Some blue and then again a bit of a mixed colour, nice agate one here. So that's the little strands. So I do like these general gemstones, like I said, these really tiny ones, and I do have some already, but they're also regularly quite pricier than say larger gemstones, obviously depending what they are. But that's why I really wanted to get hold of some there from the wholesale shop. So now at least I have a little stash of these that should do me for a little bit, and some really nice purpley tones especially as well. And then another 3 strands that I got, these are just basically some staples that I like to get every time I go in different sizes and that. So these are just some agate, some just purely black agate as you can see. So I find them really nice to have as a staple in my stash. So I've got 3 different sizes. I've got a 4mm, an 8mm, and then all the way up to a 12mm here. So I already have some in my stash obviously, but I just wanted to stock up a little bit here. So I have them in case I can use these specific for a project. They're just really nice because they go with everything as well with being black. And I do really like the faceted ones because they just add that really beautiful sparkle even though they're so dark because obviously they're black. They really add that nice sparkle. So those 3 strands are also going straight in my stash. And then I got a few individual stones as well. So first of all here I got 2 cabochons, and these are rainbow moonstone. And they look like that. And they have a really beautiful colour to them there when you move them. Now, I don't know how well it's going to come across on the camera, but it is really high end. So I got them because I do want more of these kind of things as well, and I just really like this stone in general. Then I wanted some cabochons of that, so they had some really nice quality ones. But like I said, I don't know how well it's coming across on the camera, but what I have done actually is taken a little video and put that on my Instagram. So if you want to have a bit of a closer look, it might be a little bit better quality on there so you can see that nice rainbow in it. You can just maybe catch a little bit there, but it is much clearer than that in real life. The link for my Instagram, or rather follow me on my Instagram, it's down in the description box below. So if you want to just have a closer look, you might be able to see it a little bit better on there. And then I also got another different stone here. This is actually a bead. It's like a teardrop shape, but it's flat. And I've been actually wanting to get something like this for quite a while. I've been looking for the right thing. So I want it to be a bit of a colour as well. And the hole in it is actually right at the tip there. And the rest is then just a teardrop shape. Now the reason for that is I've had a project in mind, a design for a very long time. That's based off of something else that I did. So I did a snake ring once using this shape of bead. And also where the hole is in the tip. And it's a flat one as well. But I also kind of basically want to try and do a bracelet version of it. But then obviously I wanted to use quite a bit of a larger bead than for the ring. So I've been looking for that and I saw this, so I thought I'd definitely have to get that so I can maybe see about trying to make that bracelet then. So it's a really nice and bright colour. It'll go really well with copper as well, this I think, but silver obviously will go with everything. And then the final loose gemstone that I got is really just for my collection. So it's not a bead and it's not a cabochon, it's just really a bit of a almost rough stone that I want to use for display. So I collect stones as well, and I do really like rough ones as well as other ones as well obviously, but I just kind of fell for this instantly. It's just something that really attracted me to it. I find this kind of thing really beautiful. So it's really thin there, flat, but it just has this beautiful natural patterning and look to it. So it's rough, but at the same time obviously it's nice and smooth on the sides. So that's just going to go straight in my collection of gemstones. So that was then it for the gemstones that I got from that place. And I also get a lot of other things from that place. So I get a lot of my findings and stables in my jewelry making, and things like jump rings and clasps and stuff. So the next two things I got was also basically just to get some more of what I already have. So it's these two clasps here, it's both the same thing, but it's this kind of buckle clasp but in metal. And they're really nice. They have different sizes, but I just got this size because it's the one I think I'm going to be using the most. It's the smallest one of them, and that's where I get these from. I used this in a bit of a recent tutorial where I made like a wrap bracelet. I used this clasp and I do really like it. I can see myself using it more. So I just got a couple more of that size that I think I'm going to be using the most. And then leather cord is also something I like to get from there. I have some already, but I wanted to stock up on some more different sizes and also some colours depending on what they had. So I got these 4 rolls of leather cord. So what I use the most, I find, is I tend to use 2mm the most, but I also wanted some other sizes, so a 1.5 and a 1mm, and then obviously, like I said, some of the colours. So I found these. Black is always a really nice stable, and that's what I find I use the most, because then I usually use the beads as colours, because then obviously black will go with everything. So this one here is a 1.5mm leather cord, and there's 25 meters on each roll here. This is the 1mm. And then I saw they had this really nice colour in the leather cord, same size as the 1.5 and the 1mm, and it's this metallic pink, but a bit of like a magenta pink, I think, and it's just a really nice looking leather cord. I really like the leather cord that has that metallic finish. I really do like that, and it was a really nice colour. So I'm definitely looking forward to then also using some other colour in leather cord there, but then I've got these different sizes, so it's a bit more variety than just having that 2mm cord. So that was it for what I got from that wholesale shop that I like to go to whenever I go home. But I just have a couple more things, and we also went to a fabric store because I wanted to get some fabrics for new backgrounds and that, some of the colours to try and use for my videos. But they actually had some jewellery supplies as well, and they happened to have some things that I actually have been looking for a while. So I got a whole bunch of these. It's all these, how they sell them, some different things. And the main thing is because you can see it's pretty much all copper except for these here in the back. It's because I find copper findings are the hardest to find. But I mean bright copper. I don't really personally like antique copper, but that's just my taste. I like the bright copper, so also it matches the wire that I use. And especially chain is the hardest I find to look for. I've not been able to find it properly anywhere, so I saw they had these and I thought I'll give it a try. So what I've got here is I have some jump rings. So that was really just to see what the quality was like from there. Have some different sizes just to try them out. And then I have some head pins, different kinds here, with a ball, and then some flat ones. Again, just to kind of try them out and see what they're like. And then I have a couple other bits here, and that's where I then found the chain that I'm quite excited about because it looks really nice. So obviously I'm going to try it out and see how it works, how it wears and things like that. So it looks really nice, so I'm really excited about it and hope it's going to end up being really nice. So I've got quite a few packs, like that. I think there was a meter or something in each pack, and I got 10 packs or something like that. Just because obviously it's back home and I don't go there that often, so I'm hoping they're nice, and then obviously I'll have some to last me a while. So I got that chain as well. I'm hoping for the best. And then I saw these here, and that's just something I saw by coincidence. They're actually sold as bracelets. Bangles here, but my idea was they had some both in copper there and then silver, but my idea is as soon as I saw these, because it's just a full circle ring, so there's no opening or anything, no gap, is really to use as a frame for something. That was my idea with it. So obviously I wanted to then get both colours here, because some things are nice with copper and some things with silver. Those are my two favourite metals. But either use it for macrame, so use that as a frame for macrame. It could be anything. I've done a tree of life before, so instead of maybe making your own frame on it with wire, you could use something like this to start off with if you didn't want to make your own frame, or even just for wire work. Again, like a tree of life is an obvious thing because it's round. It's kind of the regular way to make it, but even anything else could be quite interesting just to experiment with. So I've got a few in each colour there, so I have something to play around with, and I thought they'd be really quite nice to use as frames. So that was my idea with it anyway. So that was it for this haul here. So just a few things that I got while I was back home last time. I just wanted to share the few things that I got to put into my stash recently here, so I'm looking forward to doing that and obviously start using things as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.